What is up, wrestling friends and family? It is me, JB, and the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, Mr. Chris Dredd. Welcome back to Chat, Grapple and Cheap Pops, and we have fired up the fucking time machine.
Right.
Sweet Jesus, we are about to be in your face.
Yes, correct. And there's no prima donnas here. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. No prima donnas here. What else can we say? We are hopping back to 2001. It's a weird time in wrestling. WCW's just gone. TNA hasn't arrived. What do we do to fill the void? We certainly get in your face with the lost episodes of the XWF.
Anyone watching us on YouTube can see me holding the DVD up right now. It has got a fantastic picture of the Hulkster on the front. So this is what we are reviewing. It is XWF, the lost episodes. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And also we are reviewing another extra match as well, which is also on the DVD. So this was 2001. Yeah. So this DVD was actually released in about 2008 or something like that. But it was filmed in about 2008 this was, or something like that. But yeah, XWF 2001. What a time. This is fucking carnage, some of it, dude. It's very weird.
Oh man, it's good and terrible. There's very little good and a lot of terrible. what can we say? Like, if we're going straight into the DVD here, Jimmy Hart and Knobsy Baby, Brian Knobs, they talk about that the XWF wasn't created to compete with the WWE. And that's fine. That's fair enough. That's it's an interesting way to look at it. But they said that between Jimmy, Knobsy, and Greg Valentine, they came up with this idea for the XWF, which I believe stands for excitement.
Oh, really? I was gonna, I wasn't sure.
From what I was reading about earlier, it stands for Excitement Wrestling Federation, and it was made to be a family-friendly, probably that late 80s, early 90s wrestling federation where, it's good guys, it's bad guys, it's clean matches, barely any weapons, I don't think. I think we had some brass knuckles or something.
Brass knucks and a chair, maybe, but I don't think the chair got used.
But obviously there's very much this no more prima donnas, which is a wild line to spin when you've got some of these wrestlers on the show.
Mate, honestly, that's the thing that made me laugh. When you've got Hulk Hogan saying the tagline, no more prima donnas, do they know what irony means? Yeah. Like, come on.
And what else is there to get on start here? We're at Universal Studios. It's a hell of a place to film wrestling, of course. Lots of companies do it. Yeah,
it's where TNA was. WCW had done it. It was where TNA found its home for many years.
It's where our good buddy Cactus went to watch some classic WCW back in the day in Universal, because it was free apparently to go and watch. Like, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? Free wrestling. And yeah, it's such a weird DVD, but we're going to try and break it down for you, because there's a lot of, and I quite like this, there's a lot of very, very small promos.
Yeah.
And it's not all Hulk Hogan. A lot of it is Hulk Hogan. So, once, every now and again, I will mention that someone's done a promo, but if someone like Hogan has done a promo, I won't keep mentioning it.
Yeah, because he does. Basically, it's him just saying one line, though,
But how good is that, though, to get, because so many people do these promos, including someone like AJ Styles, who's pretty new to the game at this point, and being on TV. So they let him cut a 5-10 second promo. Go on, kid, give me 10 seconds, promote yourself.
Yeah.
We're going to stick it on TV no matter what. So it's a good way it's like promo class, but fuck it, it's real now.
Yeah, we're live, pal.
Yeah, go out and show us. You got 10 seconds, you got 15 seconds, do it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You got people, like you say, we'll mention sort of when people are littered through it. It's fucking great.
But I mean, fuck it. Here we go. Mean Gene welcomes us. Of course, Mean Gene's going to be there. You know, the whole crew is here at this point.
Yeah.
Our commentary team. Oh, this is a weird one. Tony Schiavone, fresh out for WCW, and Jerry Lawler, who had quit the WWF because they had fired his wife at the time.
Yeah.
He quits, and then his wife leaves him. So,
well, and then
that.
in this, instead of the cat, he has someone called the kitten.
Yeah, it's
fucking amazing.
And they also mention that they might have needs during the show, which is why she's there, which is it's messed up.
Fucking great stuff.
Here's a recurring theme as well. Mean Gene starts the show and introduces our CEO of the XWF, Rena
Mero.
Rena Lesnar.
Well, they call her Rena Mero.
Yeah, but now she is Rena Lesnar, and you know, I believe you and Brock squashed your beef, right?
Yeah, no, squash, fam. It's squashed.
Good.
We're good. We're tight, man. We're tight. We're good.
And
she ain't wrestling, so it's blessed. You know, she ain't having Luna carry her for 20 minutes.
Rena comes out. She talks about sleazy egomaniac promoters. I wonder who she could be talking about. There's no politics.
Bollocks.
All of this stuff that you want to hear out of a wrestling show, but not really. There's a new commissioner. Well, it's obviously going to be a new commissioner. It's the first show, and the rowdy one turns up, and fucking hell, he comes out and he's shaming promoters as well.
Yeah, he's rowdy as ever, mate. It's great.
He says that this show is, XWF is going to be about talent and not, I mean, I'm using the word stroke. He doesn't use the word stroke in this, but it was just easy for me to summarize with the word stroke. It's that, living next door to the promoter.
That's what I was going to say, living next door to the promoter.
Which I believe was what DDP did with Bischoff, right? They were neighbors.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
One of the high spots of this show is Piper's promo because it's so full of energy. And it's like, fuck, Piper could still cut a good promo in the mid 2000s. I think he did later on with John Cena as well.
Yeah, Raw. He did it. Yeah.
And it was brilliant. Yeah, so we've got that. That's a good enough start, I think, having Piper come out. We get one of your VT promos with Kiss. And they are
the demon.
Yeah, the Kiss demon, and of course they are in your face. It's such a slogan, isn't it? In your face.
You don't want Gene Simmons in your face. He's fucking patient zero for so many types of syphilis and fucking venereal disease, bro. Jesus fucked.
Well, it's much like Chorley FM, but they were coming in your ears.
Correct.
I don't think XWF would be
coming in your face. Yes, he went there.
Oh, it's too early. It's very early, isn't it, for us?
That's right.
And we get to our first match, and it's Big Vito and Buff Bagwell. It's WCW.
I mean, but again, we've got to keep reiterating. This is 2001.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Dre, 2001, bruv. This is a long time ago. We're looking at it, it's over 20 years ago. But when you're watching it, you're like...
Doesn't feel like it, yeah.
It don't, man. It's nuts.
We also get a very, very quick top corner sort of screen into a promo from the Nasty Boys, who just say they're back.
That's right, yeah.
Knobs had worked WCW for a long time. Sags hadn't. I don't know what went on there, but yeah.
Injury,
Knobs...
I think he had a bad knee, bad leg.
Okay. I've got a question for you now.
Yeah.
What hindered Buff Bagwell more? Bad booking or a bad attitude?
Oh, I mean, let's be real. Buff had the stuff, right? He had the look. He could work, He
was on the trajectory for top line status in 97. Yeah. He had that neck injury. When he came back from the neck injury, he should have been pushed to the moon, and instead they turned him heel like in one night. But which I would call really bad fucking booking.
But he did have a bad attitude.
Yeah, that too. So which one hindered him more?
I'd probably say his attitude, because with the bad booking, he could have just knuckled down and done it, and maybe turned chicken shit into chicken salad. But his attitude didn't allow him to do that. So maybe I would say, it's
that, and his mum kept calling the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say a lot of these are just short matches. They're not very long matches. So, if we summarize quickly and say, oh, it's a blockbuster for the win for
Yeah.
Buff, don't think
But
we
also
haven't watched it yet.
that's correct. No, we've watched nearly 3 hours of this, so
Yeah.
you can see these on YouTube. The XWF Lost episodes, you've got 1, 2, and
Oh
3
yeah,
on
I'll
there.
link them. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you can see these. These are on YouTube,
You
so
can
check
watch a
them
lot.
out.
You can watch along with us. Yeah.
Yes, you can watch along with us.
We go to a backstage area because the cruiserweights, and from what I could point out, it was Prince Ikea, Juventud Guerreros looked like he was there, Psychosis, AJ Styles, and Low Key were all in
Yeah.
there. I couldn't pick anyone else out.
No, I couldn't. They were hidden around the corner. There were a couple of other lads there as well.
And
Yeah.
Roddy Piper says there'll be a battle royal for the cruiserweight championship, soon, very soon. Another match comes up. Marty Jannetty, here we go. Big Marty's back, and he is taking on Hale. That's his name. And Hale is with Jimmy Hart, and fuck me, Hale is jacked.
Oh, he's big boy.
He's pumped, but he's not as pumped as others.
He's
I'm pretty sure wellness policy wasn't discussed in the XWF at this point.
Oh no. It's sort of like I was watching Joe Rogan's had quite a few wrestlers on recently. Obviously, he's had Hulk Hogan, he's had Kurt Angle, and they spoke about in Pride or whatever at a certain time. They specifically stated in their contract, we do not test for steroids in their contracts. And I'm pretty sure it was sort of in this, we do not test for steroids. You're all good, mate. Hop on that cycle, Tour de France, Jordan Grace, you're all good.
Oh, there's a shot.
Shots fired.
This is a squash match for Marty Jannetty is enhancement talent here.
Yeah.
It's a leg drop from Hale for the win. And then we cut straight off to Maximum Force, which is Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger with Dawn Marie. So obviously ECW's out of business as well.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of ECW guys on this.
Yeah.
Big Vito, we've already seen.
Oh,
and the friend of the show we see shortly.
We do see a friend of the show very shortly but up next is another match, and fuck me, Horace Hogan, big guy, taking on, and I was surprised because the British Bulldog music played.
Was it or was it not just the start of it?
No, it was the whole thing, and but it's not the British Bulldog, it's not Davey Boy, it's Ian Harrison, who they later call the British Storm, I think.
The British Storm he was called then, yeah.
Yeah, but they're calling him Ian Harrison in this bit, and fucking hell, this guy is pumped.
Oh, he's pumped.
He is. I mean, there's got to be another word for mega jacked. But sweet Lord. And it's time we hand out an award.
Correct. He's the winner.
Because there is no way anyone is beating this guy for this award at this time. It is the ICO Pro Award. It is back. It's been missed, I'm sure.
It is.
But our ICO Pro Jacked Award winner is Mr. Ian Harrison because, sweet Lord, he is fucking huge.
Oh, former bodybuilder.
Yeah. I mean, do you reckon he was had anything to do with the old WBF?
I mean, maybe, but but they
say a little bit of a long time since then. Yeah,
he was wrestling since the age of 6.
He's probably jacked since the age of 6.
They said it, man. He's been wrestling since the age of 6. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll ask him one day.
Oh, yeah, maybe. You never know. Jerry Lawler calls him unbelievably ugly. One of Jerry's one-liners. I mean, you get a few, but it's not great.
No, it's not. I mean, he wouldn't say that to his face.
No. And we get a leg scissor submission. He just wraps his legs around his head, and Horace has to give up. It's like I said, a lot of squash matches here. And then we cut to Johnny B. Bad. Mark Mero's back. I've totally forgotten that he had this run. Or however long it was.
Yeah.
In the XW, but he is Johnny B. Bad again. Like, I guess he's not. I guess they know there's no copyright owner of it, so he can be Johnny B. Bad.
Yeah.
We then get the Cruiserweight Battle Royal, which is probably the second best match on the show.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, again, like they don't mention a lot of names. It's very slapdash, but Psychosis, Loki, Juventud Guerrero, Prince Ikea, who I think is called
The
Tongan
Tongan Prince.
Tongan Prince, yeah, Kid Cash,
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, and they show a couple of times. They show MTV's Tough Enough runner-up Josh Matthews
Yeah.
in the crowd, and they talk about him, maybe getting a rough deal, maybe as being the runner. He's not. Maven should have won that. It's an okay match. There's a collision from the top rope, like from each corner for. I mean, what's it? They call him Quick Kick, but it's Kid Cash and Low Key. They come across and they catch each other, and it's a good thing, and the crowd love it. The crowd are pretty into it.
Yeah, I mean it's similar to the old Logan Paul.
Yeah, that they go from corner to corner. They don't springboard off the ropes. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was all right. There was a few good moves. Nothing major. Like it was pretty quick as usual.
Mhm.
And Kid Cash gets the win. He's our XWF Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, man.
What's next? Alice Cooper shows up next.
Yeah, yeah.
To get in your face.
Yeah.
Right. It's such a. I mean, this is it's not the main event. So I thought it was the main event of episode 1. It's not. It's the Nasty Boys and the Shane Twins. Shane Twins are pretty big as well. They're not super jacked, but they're big guys.
They're big. I mean, they signed to WWF, didn't they?
They did end up in the WWE, yeah, for a bit. Sags is still stiff as fuck.
Uh-huh.
That's something I noticed. He was elbowing one of the Shane Twins in the face. Pretty grim. Again, short match, massive clothesline from one of the Shane Twins, and they win it. They get the upset. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nasty Boys decide that they are not happy with this. They attack the Shane Twins, and then the Road Warriors make the save. So it's it's essentially Legends of Wrestling, but a story mode.
Yes, exactly that. It is Legends of Wrestling, but story mode.
What game that was?
Fantastic. I love Legends of Wrestling. I've got both of them here on the Xbox. Yeah, I mean, but did you notice that? Road Warrior Hawk would die a couple of years after this.
The next year, I think.
2003, I think he ended up dying. And he was looking, he was looking pretty skinny. Kurt Hennig died in 2003 as well.
Yeah, because after this match here, we get Willie Nelson and Jim Duggan.
Yep.
Hacksaw talking about being in your face. It's a funny slogan, that.
Yeah.
And then we get a video sort of thing of Vampiro, and he's just complaining. That's all I remember about it. He's moaning.
Yeah, it's my time now.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Vampiro, to be fair.
No.
And which is annoying because the main event is Vampiro. Kurt Hennig with his agent, not his manager, his agent. The greatest manager of all time. Bobby.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
And
without doubt.
Bobby does Kurt's introductions as he should. This match, I'll be honest, Kurt is still bumping like a G.
Oh, Kurt Hennig is one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Without a doubt. You've got, my top 5 probably wrestlers of all time would be Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Yeah. You've got Kurt Angle, absolutely. AJ Styles is one of my favorites. And then the other two, it's people would say, Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, but
probably CM Punk, right?
No, it's definitely not that, bro. But I would say Eddie Guerrero is one of my absolute favorites of all time. And going back, if you want to look at legacies and all that and what they've done, Ric Flair has to be there. So there's my top 5 sort of all time: Ric Flair, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Mr. Perfect, and AJ Styles. That is, for me, it's
controversial, that, because you've omitted Brett, but
I love Brett, but the thing with Brett is he is the excellence of execution. There is of that there is no doubt. But charisma wise, he was never really, his matches, you can watch them and just absolutely beautiful the way he worked. But with wrestling, as we know, it's not all about the wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is entertainment as well. But people could say that about AJ Styles. AJ Styles, charisma wise, he was never really that great. But it was just when I, for me, it's, but Bret is well up there, but I've only got 5. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Bret Hart is absolutely up there.
Maybe we'll
10.
do an episode and pick our top 10s.
Top 10s would be better because you've got to have a top 10, and Bret would for sure be in that top 10. You know what I mean? We would have to do that.
We'll think about an episode, very soon.
Yeah.
Where were we? So I've got
Kurt Hennig.
Kurt
great.
still bumping like a G. Yeah, so fucking good. Like, this match it does descend into chaos because Heenan will obviously stick his nose in. Piper then KOs Kurt with a brass knuckles or something that looks like brass knuckles, and Vampiro wins it. I mean, not my favorite result, obviously.
Well, yeah, because basically Heenan gets out the knucks to use them. Piper comes down, takes him off him, wallops Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and Vamp gets the win. It's that age-old story of Mr. Perfect being so good, he can just put over anyone.
And
he's just that. He was that good. I mean, Ravishing Rick Rude would also be up in my top 10, just because in the ring he was fantastic. He looked $1 million. And I sent you that video. Did you watch that video about the mystery of Ravishing Rick Rude of actually his death and stuff like that? Controversial shit, but basically the long and short of it is he had to have his penis amputated because he was injecting Viagra into it, and because of that he committed suicide. So it's fucking crazy story.
I mean, that's just a conspiracy.
Oh, it's a conspiracy. I'm not for one moment saying that it's just a conspiracy theory about wrestling, and it's shout out to Wang that sort of again recently brought that to light. Yeah, I mean, I think about Ravishing Rick Rude anytime I think about Kurt Hennig because of that sort of promo.
Do you think about his penis?
No, I don't think about his penis. That promo when they sort of blindsided Kurt Hennig after he died.
Fucking garbage, man. WCW backstage.
Crazy. Yeah, it was nuts, man. So whenever I think about Kurt Hennig, I always think about that promo, which is weird. But great worker.
Brian Knobbs then rounds off this episode. He acknowledges that Hawk and Kurt have since passed. I think this was like recorded in like 2005 or something.
2008, I think.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So at that time, even Hawk was looking really skinny. He wasn't looking as jacked as he always was.
Before we skip on to episode 2, can we just say how safe and how this isn't a botchy show in the slightest.
No.
Like, say what you want about the way these guys work, and it's obviously very different to what we see on, an elite show or anything like that. But these guys aren't looking to injure themselves.
Or others.
Yeah, they are not looking to get hurt, unless your name is fucking Sags, who I think breaks someone's nose.
What, in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone gets a broken nose. One of the Shane twins gets a broken nose. But outside of that, there's no dangerous bumping. There's nothing. No one's trying to hurt themselves. No one's trying to get dropped on stairs head first or anything like that. It's all pretty safe, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's old fashioned wrestling.
Yeah.
Family friendly, back to the old school sort of early 90s, but in 2001.
Yeah. 2001 indeed. Episode 2 is beginning, and Jimmy and Nobsy Baby bring us back in. They don't say anything worthwhile this time, to be fair.
No.
And let's the first match is Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis, and they're up against Conan and Ray Gonzalez, someone who I have no idea
from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, from Puerto Rico. But I've never seen anything of him really. K-Dog does his shtick with the microphone, something he did in WCW. The fans seem to be into it. Very short match, very. It's not even that good, to be fair.
No.
And Ray Gonzalez hits a twist of fate for the win. That's what I noticed. It was a twist of fate.
Yeah.
And then and then we get this whole Mean Gene Rena thing again. It's every show, for some reason.
It is every show. And she comes out with her security, who you will notice and you will recognize, who I recognized as soon as they came out. But then
Barbarian.
they said at episode 3, they told you who it was. But yeah, I mean, Barbarian and fucking Tugboat.
Rena comes out, then Roddy Piper, and then Vampiro.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell, Vampiro again. And Vampiro says thank you. It's an odd segment. It's very strange. It's not to my taste. What do we get next? Do we get is it Public Enemy next?
Yeah, the South Philly Posse.
South Philly Posse, they bump into a good friend of this show, Jasmine St. Clair.
Yeah.
And they have their first vignette into the XWF.
It's wild we've had Jasmine St. Clair on the podcast. They think it's fucking wild, bro.
Well, it's not the only person on this show that has been on our show.
Yeah.
We then get Simon Diamond cutting a promo. He's with Johnny Swinger and Dawn Marie. He goes after Jerry Lawler for something he might have said about Dawn Marie. The fans then start chanting "slut" at Jerry Lawler, I think.
Yeah.
and Jerry's dressed for a match, so why not?
That's right.
It's essentially 2-on-1 for the whole match, which is probably about 40 seconds. But again, no great matches. It's a quick one for the King. He hits the pile driver and gets the win. And then we get another one of our little vignettes, and it is another good friend of this show, Sonny Ono with Vapor. What sort of a name is that?
Yeah, but what's his real name? It was like Ichiharu or something, is it?
Who, Vapor?
Yeah.
I think it was it Ryan Sakoda?
Let me just have a look. Yeah, Ryan Sakoda it was. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was Sakoda.
We get another match, fucking another squash.
And he was massive though. Sakoda's massive.
He's a big unit
at this time.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Hale is back with Jimmy Hart, and he is taking on someone who was only referred to once as Knuckles.
Yeah, no Sonic.
And fuck me, Hale at one point just launches him across the ring, and he lands, and poor old Knuckles lands in the ropes.
Yeah,
it is, and fucking hell, a leg drop, and we get another win for Hale. He's obviously being pushed as a big heel. And then what is it next? Yeah, AJ Styles gets his promo.
Right. Yeah,
and he gets a few seconds to cut something. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the greatest promo you've ever heard, but
again, that's what I'm saying about AJ. He was never.
How else are you going to learn?
Yeah, but I mean, let's not forget AJ Styles with Matey Boy. They were in WCW Cruiserweight. They were up there in the Cruiserweight Tag Team division. If you look back at our review of Greed. WCW Greed,
yeah,
2001-ish, 2000, whatever it was. They were on that show, so he'd been about. He'd been doing bits and bobs. Yeah.
Rocco Rock from the Public Enemy South Philly Posse. His death is also acknowledged here by Nobsy Baby, and then we get another match. It's Norman Smiley. Fucking hell, Norman.
No, there was a promo.
Who's promo?
There was a little vignette. It was Hammer Valentine, Horace, and Piper.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And they were backstage, and Piper's just fucking slapping Hammer. And he's like, "Look at this guy. He's tough. Look at him." And then going, "Horace, I'll give you another shot. You need
to be tough. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be tough. Yeah." And then he's like, Rena! He's a fucking
Hammer's got the arseache that he's not got a match. He's dressed for it, but he's not got one.
Yeah.
And then it's Norman Smiley and Johnny B. Bad. What a time to be alive
it's
here.
fucking
Like,
great stuff.
at one point, it's again short matches. Of course, we get a little wiggle. We don't get the big wiggle from Norman. We get a little wiggle, and
But
then
Norman works backstage at WWE, bro, or
yeah,
did do. I don't know if he's still there.
I think so.
Yeah, born in the UK. Did you know?
Yes, that's why it's so fucking good.
That's why they got a lot of British guys back there.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a little wiggle from Norman. Johnny does a little dancing as well. Yeah.
Fucking love the Norman Smiley wiggle, baby.
And I forgot to mention Johnny B. Bad brings out the Bad Blaster, doesn't he?
Of course he does.
For his entrance, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah, we are going right back with that shit. It's a TKO, the old TKO that Mark Mero used in WWF in his run there. Like, he hits that on Norman and gets the win. It's, oh man, like, it's good shit. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah it's because the match is so quick, you're still sort of staying with it. They're not like these 20-minute matches where you think, fuck, I need a piss. I need to, oh, I can't watch this anymore, or stadium stampedes where you don't know where the fuck anyone is.
Bro, talking about that, right? I went into CEX the other day, okay? And there was a guy with a main event.
You're not the assistant manager?
No, I'm not the assistant manager. This guy was working. So he was wearing a main event Rollins t-shirt, right? So obviously I told him about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I said to him, I like your t-shirt and all that. And I said to him, just on the off chance, have you played the AEW game? He said, yeah, I'm bringing it back. And he said it was just boring after an hour. It's just boring,
I still don't have it. I haven't bought it. So
I got a Switch bought for me for my birthday, right?
Okay.
I've been looking at Switch games, and AEW Fight Forever was in CEX second hand for like 45 quid still. Like, there's no way I'm paying. And even online, they're asking for like 40 or quid for it. Like, there's no fucking way.
Nope. No way. No one's paying that.
Nope, bro.
Who the fuck paid for that? I'd love to meet someone that actually paid full price for that game.
Yeah, people
and likes it.
Yeah. They have to like it if they pay full price for it.
It's meant to be the Shane Twins and the Nasty Boys, but the Nasty Boys don't come out, and the Road Warriors do. So we've got ourselves a bit of a hoss match.
Mm-hmm.
Big fucking units crashing into each other. Doesn't last long because the Nasty Boys are in for the DQ. Seriously, watch these shows on YouTube. Get the DVD. See how quick these matches are. Like, you can
buy it in CEX. This DVD, I think I was in there, and it was like £1.50. I've had this DVD years, absolute years. I've had it, and you can buy it in CEX for like a fucking £1.50. It's well worth having. Yeah, just get it. Just get it.
Quick vignette with Jimmy Snooker and Jimmy Snooker Jr. I mean, Jimmy will get more in this show later on. We are at main event time of episode number 2, and Kurt Hennig with Agent Bobby taking on Buff Bagwell. So, the guys who showed up for the taping are getting extra main events. Bagwell steps on Bobby's hand at ringside, and Bobby sells it perfectly, as he would.
Bobby.
But we have a Henningplex for the win.
Oh.
Fuck yeah. So good. Vampiro comes out. Yeah, cheers, mate. But then he's followed out by Ian Harrison, the big unit, the British Storm. Piper and Rena come out? Is that?
Yeah.
So I can't even read my own fucking handwriting.
Piper shows up, Harrison shows up, Piper shows up, Vampiro, Rena shows up. It's fucking chaos. Because Rena's telling him, because he had a chair and he was going to hit someone, and she's coming down, she's shouting in his face, you're supposed to be doing this, you're not supposed to be hitting people. Gives him a tongue lashing as I know.
And that's episode 2 done, and fuck it, let's move on to episode 3.
Yep.
Because we're still going. We start again with Mean Gene and Rena in the ring. We got to stop this now.
But the thing is though, but Rena's like rubbing Mean Gene. Did you notice it in this one? Giving woman vibes. Did you notice that?
She was trying.
Bless her.
Yeah.
She would never be Nancy.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that. Yeah.
Nah. No. Oh, fantastic. Rest in peace, Nancy. Obviously.
Yeah, that was it was a pointless segment. This one. We then cut to Jim Duggan, who's shouting XWF over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Literally, that's it. That's all he does.
Yeah,
Shouts XWF. We have a match. Marty Jannetty in for another one.
For another squash.
He takes on Dresden, spelt with a Z in the middle, not an S. Let's face it, Dresden is dressed to go to a German sex party.
Brav, in the discotheque, the techno rave party. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah,
for fucking,
straight from
piss
fucking
sex.
manumission. Yeah,
Absolutely, for the piss sex. So he's he looks like He-Man. You get me? He's like got that the sort of He-Man cross in the middle. He's dressed like He-Man, bro.
like a perverted He-Man.
Yeah, like a fucking gimpy He-Man.
Yeah. He's yeah, you gotta see it for yourself. He
With
does
the Dolph Lundgren haircut as well.
Very, very, very sharp haircut, yeah. He power bombs Marty for the win. Marty is 0-3.
Yeah, he's fucking getting battered, bro. He's getting squashed left, right, and centre. He's getting squashed like grapes in France, bro.
Man, Job Squad, honorary member, I think.
That's
Marty.
right.
We get another match. It's Horace Hogan again. He's taking on Josh Matthews, who finally gets his shot. Yeah, after seeing him in the crowd in episode 1. Horace is all over Josh until the small package.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of Waltman and Razor. 1, 2, 3 Kid. Like I think that was maybe what it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Mikey Whipwreck sort of thing. But
yeah.
Like, no offense, really. And then he rolls him up and wins. Like, Josh would famously go on to be a interviewer and commentator on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. What's next? The South Philly Posse. Yes.
Yes.
The South Philly Posse with a good friend of the show, Jasmine Sinclair, against the Shane Twins. Very, very shit match.
It was terrible.
And the Shane Twins get another win. So they're obviously being pushed as a big tag team. They get a small package, roll up for the win.
Yeah.
The Nasty Boys, Legion of Doom, Road Warriors, they should all show up. It's a big thing at the end of that.
Big schmoz.
Yeah. And then we get a promo from The Wall.
If you remember The Wall.
Big Jerry, yeah. Another one who's since passed. And they mention that, I think, don't they? Later on. Mean Gene is with Jimmy Snuka and Jimmy Snuka Jr. Roddy Piper takes no time at all in coming out and going on about coconuts. Really goes in on Jimmy. And
if you're in the UK and you call someone a coconut, it means something completely different.
Very, yeah. But this is what I found funny. Mean Gene then issues the challenge for Snuka.
Yeah.
To Piper. Rena comes out, because Piper's saying, no, I can't. I'm, this, that, and the other. I'm impartial. Rena comes out and gives him permission. Says, yeah. And then Piper says, no, I've got a sore arm.
Yeah, I've got a sore arm. I've got to make matches. And then you think he's going to make a match. Yeah, he's like, but you think he's going to make a match with like Snooker Jr. or whatever. And he goes, no. Our main event for tonight is going to be this.
Yeah. Piper begging off is pretty funny, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like him saying he had a sore arm, so he couldn't work a match is
fucking
good.
Beggy Mitchell.
Yeah. Enough you would have to win.
In it. Trust me, bro. Bear Beggy Mitchell.
We get it's the match of the episodes, isn't it? It's AJ Styles and Kid Cash. It's good. It's just, it's what you expect of cruiserweight division in that late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
good
great
shit.
match.
Yeah. What was the finish? It was a double underhook sort of driver thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was good. Kid Cash comes out with the win. But AJ again, AJ Styles hits a really fucking sweet sort of super kick, but he only does one, and Kid Cash is out Sparko. You know what I mean?
One super kick. Fuck.
Yes.
Hell.
I know. You never
Sorry,
really
I'm feeling a bit, yeah.
One
super kick. Nah.
Yeah.
Counterfeit bucks, man.
Trust me, bro.
We get another match. It's what is it? Vapor. Yes, Vapor with Sonny Ono, good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Of course, shout out to Sonny. and he's taking on Jimmy Snuka Jr. Obviously, Dad Jimmy and Sonny will get involved, and we get a double Superfly splash. You get one from Dad and one from Son, and there's a win. The ref does a double pin count for some reason, even though Sonny isn't in the match. Yeah, I don't know. What's next? Ah, yes, Kurt Hennig and Ian Harrison, the big man. They get a tag match against Buff Bagwell fucking Vampiro.
Yeah,
there just wasn't enough people to go around in this or something.
Yeah, no, it's fucking great. But again,
could we not get the Dark Order in? Fucking
no. So Ian Harrison again is handed the trophy of our ICO Pro Jacked Award.
Does he have? Does he need to win it twice? Does he like?
No, because it's different episodes. So
oh, okay.
He's won it for each episode.
He got a hat trick. Yeah,
he got the hat trick, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Good. I imagine he'll be pleased with that.
Of course, yeah. He's run away with it, mate. Yeah.
As again, these matches are so shit and so quick. Small package win for Kurt Hennig. That's right.
Yes.
Kurt gets the win.
Yeah, dude. With a roll up, a small package or whatever. Yeah.
And then Buff and Vampiro go at it. Yeah, it's at this point I kind of want to watch more.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of want to see what else goes on, but it obviously the XWF doesn't really last. I think it has more stuff going on after these DVDs and these episodes were filmed. But yeah, Brian Knobs talks about the Wall, Rocco Rock, Kurt, and Hawk, who've since passed on by the time they're recording this. And then it's time for the bonus match. There is a bonus match on the DVD. Kurt Hennig, what a star. I mean, he's working overtime here.
Oh, yes.
But he gets the Hogan rub. The Hulkster is working a match on the XWF. I mean, fucking hell, we've seen him enough times on the DVD already. He just keeps appearing to shout in your face or brother or something like that.
Yeah.
I reckon he's asked Jack Tunney for this.
Of course he has.
Yeah. So this Hogan and Hennig match is not like anything you haven't seen before. If you've seen Hogan,
it's good though. I thought it was all right.
It just takes you back.
Yeah.
And if I could give you the layout of this match so quickly, Hennigplex, Hulk up, big bootleg drop, we're gone, finished.
And Hogan's blown the fuck up as well.
He did. Hogan maybe wasn't in match shape.
He mentioned
he looked good.
Yeah,
but
in the post-match interview,
he does. Yeah.
But he mentioned something else as well. Friend of the show, Brian R. Solomon, mentions about he went to Hulk Hogan's house and because they were wondering about where the big gold belt was from WCW, they had to use like a replica one because they didn't know where the original one was. And he was at Hogan's house, and Hogan pulls out the original big gold belt. Now, in this post-match interview, Mean Gene Okerlund asks Hogan, "Are you here for the XWF Championship title?" And he says, and I quote, "I stole Ted Turner's gold." Yeah, he fucking admits to it, dude. We have evidence.
You're mad.
It's all coming together.
Might have to rip that and show that to Brian.
Yeah, proves him right.
So, I mean, that's the full DVD.
Yeah.
That's the whole set. We've just given you the whole thing.
It's like over 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Go out and watch it. Go out and buy it. You can get one for £1. Like fucking
literally. CEX £1.50. I'd buy that for $1.
I mean, what more can we say? I mean, we've got one or two people have mentioned us reviewing old shit, and here we are, literally reviewing old shit.
Yeah, it literally is old shit. Because why the fuck not? Because this is what we don't forget our roots, right? This was us on the come up. Yeah, we would sit through hours and hours of pay-per-view just to review them for yous lot. Yeah, and we would always say, don't take our word for it. Go back and watch it. Enjoy wrestling. Yeah, watch it, please do, because this is just absolute chaos, carnage, mayhem. But great stuff to be watching.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else we can say. So why the fuck not? Let's get to it. Let's say thank you so much if you're listening. You know, what about a 5-star review on Apple? Why not give us a thumbs up on Spotify, Good Pods, any of that stuff?
Do it.
If you're watching, hit the subscribe button. You know, you're never going to miss out that way. You'll see it. You'll know it's here. Hell, we might have some more random shit to talk to review. I'm sure there's plenty more.
And we might have some news that pops up that we want to sort of jump on and do a little show. And we've got other interviews in the pipeline. There's a big one that we've got sort of penciled in for October that, you know, someone got back to us and said, look, we're busy September, but, you know, mid-October. And that could be a very, very controversial interview depending.
Yes,
so we're waiting on that at the moment. But things change, you know. But
well, plans change, but
yeah,
as always, like, I mean, if the timings are right, I think I'm going to go back to the beach and go and chill. Put me sombrero on.
Ariba and all them things there.
So, what else can we say? Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I am JB, the man sitting next to me, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, the reviewing master himself, Mr. Chris Dredd. Take care, everyone. We will see you soon.
Bye.